Hello, everyone. Well, I sat down, I wasn't ready, but then this happened. So that means I'm now ready. I have instructed Doug to place the blankets, and that was it. Whatever there's not, there isn't. Whatever there is, there is. I'm not ready, but nothing can be done now. So let's move it like this. Do we want to see her? Hello, everyone. There she is. Look at this. Voila. So, yeah, when she moves, I will be able to do things. But until she does, this is the situation. Hello, everyone. Hello. Oh, my goodness. So many are here. Yes, we are having a lovely time together, hopefully tonight well, for me, it's tonight. For you, it might be afternoon or it might be even later. But of course, we've had a change of time. We took the clocks back an hour. So that means some of you are now watching me on a different time because, of course, not everybody changes their time at the same time. But next week, I believe America is changing time, or over there. I don't know who that would include as well. Maybe Canada as well. I don't know. So yes, so obviously that's going to impact you as well. So what I would suggest you do is to check after your time has changed, first thing in the morning, just to go and check. Go to YouTube and have a look at the channel and the live that's programmed, and it will tell you what time it is. Okay, so underneath there it will tell you the local time, so hopefully that will help. But other than that, yeah, I mean, this live will be recorded by YouTube. It is available after the facts, so tomorrow the after live is available, and that's for all the live. So if you miss it because of time difference, or because you have another commitment, or you have to work, or you forget, obviously, it's still there. You can go and watch the previous lives, from every time. Of course, yes, you can get a notification. I just saw that somebody mentioned that. But I think that notification is quite close to the time. So I have not always been notified that it was on. So sometimes it's selective who it sends it to, so you can't really count on that. Sometimes it's so close, or it's even at the time, so you don't have any leeway. You can't say, oh, I'm doing something else now, but it's already on. Okay, so best to just keep an eye on what it's like in the morning, what time it says. And it's certainly these days, these sort of weekends where we change time, that's the main thing that's going to be important to check. But other than that, we're always here, or we're not at all, okay, because we're away, we're on holiday or something like that. So hopefully, she put herself down again. So hopefully that will clear things up a bit. I am here, but if you miss me, there is the replay, and yeah, there's nothing I can do. Obviously, we try. So yes, fantastic, Janet, fantastic. YouTube announced it automatically. Yeah, so it should tell you in your local time when I am on, even if it's a different time, because we have changed times. So now this also means that I am prepared, but I'm not prepared. Okay, I haven't been able to get up for the last half an hour. I did the video. Did you see me? I did the video saying, we're here, half an hour to go. Then I sat down, and that happened just so I could, sort out everything on my desk here. And yeah, I got stuck there. So luckily, I was ready for the video. But obviously, yes, I mean, Could have been a disaster. So I have a list that Dirk just gave me because obviously, and I'm just going to have to read it because normally I make my own notes and things, but yeah, this has not happened. She just shot up. Oh, what are we doing? Are we going? Okay, right, Layla. There goes her blanket. Oh my goodness. Let me just move about a bit. Phew, okay. Right, everyone. So, hello, welcome to the live. I can now breathe freely and move again. Yes, when I start talking like this, I do sort of try to project my voice into the microphone, and she doesn't like it. When I do that, it's a little bit too much noise. So yeah, I'm not wearing the rings, but never mind. I've got everything else on, so that's fine. So yes, before we get started, just a few things. Oh my goodness. Those finished blankets are looking so nice. So if you are one of those who has already finished their blanket, well done, fantastic. I've seen some lovely colorways that I'm actually jealous of, but of course I've also seen, my version, fantastic. If you are still working on it, way to go, well done, you can do this, you'll be able to finish it. Others have done so just find some time or just enjoy doing it as well, because it's all very well me saying, oh, try to keep up, but at the same time, it's important that you do enjoy your time, that you enjoy your moments of crocheting, that you are going to be having to set aside for yourself to be able to keep up. But I did try and really enjoy, when I was making bigger items, or when I am making bigger items. Although, for me, obviously, I do also have to work on it, keep working on it, making sure I can get it done, because obviously I have to do a little bit more. I have to make the pattern, make the video, edit, all that. But when I do the crocheting, I do try and enjoy it. And I hope you are as well. I hope you are, if you're doing it super quickly, have already finished, I hope you've enjoyed your time, but also if you are taking your time, make sure you enjoy it. Okay. Well done, Kathy. Well done. Making an extra row. Fantastic. Yes, Julie and Teresa both made an extra row, and that has made the blanket a lot bigger, and you can do that. So there is enough yarn for you to do that. So yes, why not do it? I'm thinking, make the most of the yarn that you've got. If you do try, if you are putting it together and you have your six stripes, put it on the bed that you want to use it and see, do I want it wider or not? Or do you want to use up as much yarn as you can? Yes, make another set of one of each of the squares and add them to the side. So there is leeway for you to do that, or make a cushion cover. So make 8 extra ones and then put 4 on the front, 4 on the back. See? So there are possibilities for you to make extra. Make use of that. Yes, never sacrifice the mindfulness of your passion. Exactly. Because I'm here over enthusiastic saying, keep up, make sure you enjoy, no, that's not what I say. I say, keep up, make sure you do everything that you need to do for that week so you're ready for the next week. But I forget to mention that you have to enjoy it. Okay, so I hope you are. I hope you are. Molly, I don't know whether that's enough for the sweatshirt I'm wearing, because obviously I've made this in an Aran yarn. Is the Curiosity Aran? I didn't think so. It was DK. So see how far you get, and you might have to, it might work out, it might not. So yes, yeah, that's DK. Yeah, so it's going to be different because this is Aran. So, Anyway, first of all, let me show you. Let me go through the list that Dirk gave me, because otherwise, I'll forget the stuff. And as I was so well prepared today, so we'll talk about the sweatshirt in a moment, but Dirk has put a special offer on for the Wendy DK Supreme, and it will be 188 until the end of the month. So the end of the month is next Saturday. So you have a week to stock up on your Wendy Supreme DK. So that's the sort of the normal DK that we work with uniform colors, and that you will find most of these colors that the 2 blankets that we have here, and of course in the background as well. So make sure you have a look. If you were thinking about stocking up on those colors, then it might be worth doing that now, as we have a special offer on. And also the third version of the cowl that we had. So we had it in Wendy, we had it in Stylecraft, and we also had it in this one, 100% pure cotton DK. It's a 100% pure DK cotton. This is a new cotton range that I am really loving. So we tried it out with the cowl. You really liked using it. So we are now adding this to the website. Dirk is slowly but surely adding more and more balls each day. So are they already live? But yes, good suggestion, Dirk. There is indeed another project coming up with the Curiosity. So Molly, you could hang on to your Curiosity for that. So more and more every day he's putting on these cotton. It's a lovely cotton to work with. I am going to be obviously cotton. This cotton is ideal for a wearable, so for a summer wearable. So I'm thinking about next summer for some summer wearables. We know from maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but I'll tell you anyway. Jamie from Jamesy Bread wants to make this a wide range. So there's going to be lots and lots of colors in this range. And that's going to be so good for creativity and for making things. So there are now, I don't know how many colors there are now, but he is wanting to expand the range. So that's why we are starting with this range, and hopefully by next summer even there'll be lots and lots of colors. So Dirk is putting them on now, so that slowly but surely you'll be able to get your hands on all of these. So really a lovely yarn to work with. It's a beautiful crisp cotton. Yes, indeed, Judy, it is. And it works really well. It's typical cotton, obviously. But yeah, I'm expecting it to be really nice for a wearable. And that's what I'm going to be making with it. Yes. So, Laurie, the Cotton Soft is softer. The Cotton Soft is not mercerized. This one is also not mercerized, but it is lovely. Anyway, it's yeah, I can't, yeah. So there is a difference. While the Cotton Soft is softer and is softer to work with, this is a little bit harder, like you would expect from a normal cotton. Okay. There should be, yeah, so Dirk says there should be, in the end, when he's finished with this cotton range, there should be more colors than even the Starcraft DK range. It is slightly mercerized, but you can't really yeah, you can't really tell, but it's better that it's not too mercerized because for the environment. Yes, it would be good for kitchen items, Martha. Yes. Yeah, the halo on the yarn. Exactly, Giovanna. Yeah. So the cotton soft does have a little bit of halo because of the softness. Uh, Mercerized means that it has been treated to have a gleam on it to keep it together, to sort of when you sometimes I remember my mum used to have a cotton top years and years and years ago, and when you looked at it, it had a little shine on it. That's mercerized. But to be able to do that, there's a lot that it's a big process, and so this one is only slightly mercerized, so that's good. Nancy, it would obviously be made in Turkey because otherwise it's not cost effective. Summer shawl, yes. No idea, Michelle, as I haven't used it, the Swirly Whirly. I've only used it with this one. Okay. So if you are ever making a pattern in a different yarn from what we have tested and what we have made, then obviously that is your responsibility and your, sort of artistic license almost, that you are trying it out. Okay. There are certain things that you'll have to take into account. Oh my goodness, I need a drink. There's certain things that you need to take into account, like how big is my neck opening if I do so many stitches. So you'll have to do calculations, okay, if you're doing a different yarn thickness for a project, okay. So unless you want to, recalculate, I would suggest trying to stay with the same thickness to save yourself a headache, because that's what I get when I'm trying to work out how to make these things, and that's what I'm trying to save you from. For example, I have used Aran for this so that making this sweatshirt doesn't become a chore without knowing, without, hardly any time had passed and I'd finished the body. So, doing the amount of rounds that was needed was almost like it was done straight away. I got honey on my fingers and now they're sticky, so I've got to so I have to say I do try to design projects in such a way that they are a joy for you to make and not a chore. For example, I can decide to make a shawl, a long rectangular shawl. We'll do short rows and we'll do single crochets. Well, no, we're not going to do that because, first of all, I am not going to sit there and do hundreds of rows of single crochets. You can't see it grow. It's going to become a chore. It's going to become boring, and it's going to end up in the corner, right? So what I do is, first of all, I try and come up with a nice stitch, a lovely stitch combination, 2 or 3 row repeat, something easy, maybe 4 row repeats, and make it fun to do. And that way, if we're making a long shawl, you'll have made it without realizing, right? So this is it. Sometimes I also choose a particular thickness of yarn, and that will help with the growing of your fabric. So the thicker the yarn, the quicker your fabric will grow. Here, for instance, right, we've got double crochets, and boxes. These boxes will keep you on your toes. It's an easy 2-row repeat, and you're like, yeah, I'm doing boxes this time, right? And it makes it fun. So there are so many things to consider when I am designing things. And one of those things is the thickness of the yarn. And I try to not only, obviously, Dirk comes in here and he says, oh, look, this is a new yarn. And I go, okay, thank you. But I'm not straight away using that. That's no guarantee for me to start using it. Okay, which one was it? I think it was the Curiosity yarn. We'd had that on our website for a while before I actually started making something with it. And Dirk was like, he actually asked me a couple of times, we've got that Curiosity sitting in the, I'm like, yeah, I know, but I have to be inspired. I'm not just doing it because we're now selling it. You've decided to buy it in, or even I decided to buy it in. But then I, didn't. So I have to have the inspiration. So sometimes that inspiration comes, and then I think we've got the perfect yarn for that. And this one here, yeah, the Impressions, which we have over there, was the actual best yarn at the time for the reading shawl. And yeah, I just realized I did not put Charlotte back in view because, of course, yeah. Let me get the shawl, or let me get Charlotte. Come on, darling. Come and join us here. There she is. Look at that. So we had the reading shawl. And at the time, yes, indeed, the Impressions yarn was a new yarn at the time. And it just worked out. I saw it. I thought, that would be nice because it will make the fabric grow really quickly, right? So this Batwing sweater is made in the Impressions yarn. Let me show you a ball. And there we go. Impressions. So this one was that Water Lilies, and this one is Umbrella. And this is Aran. So it's a little bit thicker than DK. And for the shawl, it just worked like brilliantly because it made the shawl grow quickly. And of course, it had that little thing going on with the boxes and no boxes. And, so it had all the elements of a wonderful, easy pattern to do, even easy to remember. And yes, it's one of the most popular popular shawls, popular videos, popular patterns on our side on Ophelia Talks Crochet. Oh my goodness, I'm talking too much. Yeah, there's several lovely shades. Let me get them for you because now I have covered up this. Is this a different one? Yes. So these are the balls I have here. Obviously, I think there's more. So we have here Boating Lake. We have here a lighter blue, that's Parasol. So this one is the Umbrella. Let me put them there. This one is Grand Canal. This one is Moulin Rouge. So do go and have a look at and this one is Sunrise. So there's other ones now as well, which I don't have here. And I used Umbrella for this one. And you probably saw it in the thumbnail. Anya made her sweatshirt in which one again, Dirk? Was it Degas? No, it's a reddish one. I can't remember. Renoir. So she made hers in Renoir, and it's beautiful, right? So I had my blue sweater, she had her red sweater, and of course we had a filming experience together. Oh my goodness, what fun did we have. So when we went over to Belgium, we just crossing out what I've said. There's two more things I have to say. When we went over to Belgium, we met up, of course, to discuss, the sweatshirt, how we make, or actually how she got on with making it. We sent her the yarn. I sent her the pattern while I was still, writing it all out, and she started making it. And yes, I mean, she managed to make it from the pattern. So I guess it's okay. The moderators are having a look at it as well, but the pattern will be available as well. So on Wednesday, we will have the video with the lookbook, and I have to tell you, it's a very a very special lookbook, because who gets to film a lookbook with their best friend? Only me. Only me. So it was wonderful to bring her it was wonderful to bring her with me, to have her experience, showing it off, and Dirk ordering us about. Oh, it was such fun. I mean, we even had to try twice, right? Because the first day that we went, it was so windy and it rained. We nearly flew away. So then, of course, we had to go back, and then we filmed. And there's also some footage with the drone. So from up high, the location was Chef's Kiss. So you might see some pictures coming up as well of a very strange object in the background of us. And this is what we call in Belgium, or what we call in England, a lookout tower. So it's like a high up thing that you can go and visit and look around the area. But this one is in the shape of a staircase. So it's just lovely. It's like it's seemingly defying gravity. So it's a very special sort of lookout tower. It was built or designed by an artist, and it's in the area where Dirk and I are from in Belgium. And my mum goes there all the time with any visitors that she has, but also the kids have been there. I've been there a couple of times. And so we went there 3 times this time. We also had some people coming to visit us, and so we took them to see the staircase to heaven. But yeah, so we found this lovely location, thought it was great for us to have a little sort of wander about, go a couple of times up and down the stairs. A couple. I can't count how often we went up and down and up and down, because the director, I was like, do it again. I'm filming. Oh, Anya, do this. Anya, do that. I was like, which Anya? Who do you mean? Yeah, we had great fun. And then, of course, Anya herself she's such a funny person as well. I've had to cut out a few things from the footage because I thought, no, we're not putting that in. She did stumble. Well, I did stumble as well. I mean, there was a field, and they left bits of the crop sticking out, which they do to secure the soil. But of course, yes, we did stumble, and we caught it on camera a couple of times. But yeah, no, that's not in there. Yes, it's that director. You know, the two of us, we would have just been fine. It's just that director who Oh my goodness. So yes, so that will be the lookbook on Wednesday. We will do a premiere, so I will be here talking to you about it. Um, and also, um, so we filmed this on the Monday, and I made sure that I finished it while I was still in Belgium, so Anya could come over and watch it and approve it, because I didn't want to just put anything out there and have her say, oh, I didn't like this, or, you know, I didn't want this look of me is not all that good, you know, something like that. So I didn't want to do that. So yeah, that turned out to be a night thing. So I finished the edit, and of course, Anya, the last evening that I was in Belgium, yes, she had to go out for dinner with her work. So of course, you know how that always runs late. So she was going to come over after that, and I was sitting there waiting, and I was painting, and I was crocheting, and finally she manages to sort of, you know, get away from well, it finished, and then she came over, and then of course we watched it a couple of times, and she said, yeah, that's brilliant, and it was so nice to watch that together with her. And then of course we sat there chatting, and this was like 10 o'clock at night, or she was even later than that when she arrived. And of course, we watched it, and then sort of by 11 o'clock, we were chat, like talk. And it was 1 o'clock before we knew it. And she had to go to work the next day, or that day. But yeah, no, it was just nice to catch up, because, of course, during the filming, we couldn't be talking that much. Dirk was always like, yeah, just talk, because I know you two can talk, you know, but you know, when you're on camera and when you're trying to be casual and walking about, and, you know, it's not that easy. So, yes. So, something like that, Ingrid. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, Tracy, yes. So it was a lovely experience to film this with her. It was lovely to spend some time with her, obviously, and to now have this as a, you know, as a video on my channel. And more than that, to have been able to take the idea, to take her prototype, because when she made it, she kept going with the am I wearing this inside out? I'm wearing it inside out. Oh well, I shouldn't have mentioned it. You can't tell, can you? So that's good. This is typical, isn't it? So I can't do the hang on. Right. Okay. So I can't watch there because this is all in mirror view, so whatever I see is skew if anyway. So yes, so it was nice that she tried from the reading shawl. She tried to make this, and she made this by making 2 reading shawls and putting them together. But she made it much bigger, so she went on in rows, and that made it just too bulky. And it looked fine, but I wanted, like I said before, I wanted to make this an efficient, enjoyable way of making this. So we are not making 2 reading shawls. We are doing it in the round, in one go. in one go, and not too many rows, because we make it bigger, or we make it fit with the border. Okay, so with the big hem and the big cuffs, and that finishes off, so we don't actually need to go all the way to where you want it to go, because we do that with the border. Okay. Nina Tonka, yes, that's okay. Okay. I'm not wearing it upside down, but I am wearing it inside out. And I just, yeah, I noticed it because the seam is on the outside. You see? Typical, isn't it? The seam should be on the inside. But look, there is no front or back on this. And as you can tell, you can wear it inside or outside in, or inside out. It doesn't matter. You can wear it whichever way, just as long as you don't mention it. If you notice you're wearing it inside out or back to front, just don't mention it. Nobody will see. Nobody will see. So on Friday, we will have the tutorial for this sweatshirt. Okay, so the video on Friday will tell you exactly how to make this. And you're going to need 6 balls, 5 balls, 6 balls, 6 balls, 6 balls of impressions. So you're going to need 6 balls of this for one sweatshirt. If you're making it much bigger, you will need 7 or 8 balls. If you're making it smaller, you will need 4, 5 balls. Okay. So Dirk is doing a special offer. If you buy 12 balls, so for 2 sweatshirts, or even for a sweatshirt and a reading shawl, if you buy impressions, you will get a free pattern, printed pattern in your pack with it. So he will be sending it off as soon as possible, of course, and you will get the pattern with it. The pattern for the sweatshirt will be added on Wednesday, so you can have it in our web shop. So you can buy it separately for then to be ready for Friday. Okay, so if you buy 12 balls of impressions, you get the pattern free. But if you're not buying the yarn, you will be able to get the pattern as of Wednesday to be ready for Friday. Okay. Cindy, this was for me personally, and when Anya was making it, I was like, Anya, do tell me if something's wrong, if you can't do it, if let me know if there's any questions. Certainly, because I hadn't shown her, there was no video, nothing. I just sent her the pattern and she just made it. So there is a little bit of careful, how should I say it? Careful watching and careful crocheting in the first 2 rounds, or first 2-3 rounds. Okay. Once you have the neck opening done, it's plain sailing, because in this first few rounds you will establish these panels and the panels for the sides, or the panels for the sleeves. And once you've established those, it will be fine. You'll be able to do it. Okay, so just persevere there. Maybe make sure you've got no distractions. Just watch the video carefully, pause it, do it, watch, pause, do it, and so on. The pattern gives you a visual reminder as well. So there is a picture with all the numbers on it, and in the pattern as well is a picture of my sweatshirt with all the measurements. So that will help you to decide how many rounds you're going to do in comparison to mine, depending on what size you are. Okay. Anybody saying anything? Yeah, I know, Kelly. You've seen lots of items with seams on the sides, and I'm not against that at all. But yes, I mean, for finishing a wearable like this, sometimes I do I do make sure that the seam is on the inside. But yeah, I'm just, like I said, I'm ready. I was prepared, not. Yeah. So Dirk also just reminded me that there will be another wearable with this yarn the week after. And I will talk about that next week. Okay. Because you're going to get a gift when you unknowingly wear your clothing inside out. Okay. Okay. So yes, am I, oh, hang on a minute. Am I going to get a gift? So Ingrid just said, my late mum always said, you're going to get a gift when you unknowingly wear your clothing inside out. Okay. I'm waiting. I really didn't know. And when there's a piece of thread on your clothes, you're going to receive a letter. Oh, okay. That's interesting as well. Okay. Who knows? Who knows? Oh my goodness. I'll let you know next week whether I got a gift or not. Are you cat sitting, Tracy? Interesting. Yes, Layla has blue eyes as well. Jean, yes. So you're new here, and maybe I haven't explained properly yet, but my name is Anya. The channel is called Ophelia because I love Ophelia. It's a lovely name. I chose it. But my best friend is also called Anya. And throughout our lives, it's been so confusing. So at one point, my mum, whenever Anya and Anya were together, she was calling us Anya Tess and Anya Elsa. So she was calling us with our surnames as well. So we would know who was who. It's so funny. But one incident I remember is when I went to visit Anya. And her partner at the time said, he was obviously, Anya, have we got some more? And I went, no. So I replied instead of her. And it was like, I thought he was talking to me. It was so funny. And she looked at me like, we all laughed, of course. But yes, that was that was funny. But yeah, very often, very often it's, how should I say it? To me, of course, she's Anya, but I am Anya. But to me, I'm not Anya. I'm just me. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes, it might be that people think I'm actually talking about myself in the third person by her name, but it's not. There is a second person involved here. She's also called Anya. You will see her in the Lookbook on Wednesday. We've had many adventures together, sometimes to the point where you're crying laughing, and it's been just so nice to know that there is someone there who I've known all my life, who does lots of the hobbies that I also do. For example, she crochets. How wonderful is that? So when I started with the channel, she was like, oh, Anya, oh, this is nice. But when I crochet, she also knits. She says, I prefer knitting because when I crochet, this and this happens and my crochet is never soft. And way back then, I already was into the, you know, make sure you use the correct hook, make sure there is a tension. So very early on, I gifted her for her birthday, I gifted her a pack of yarn, 15 balls, because that's what we were selling at the time. And I remember because these things always happen in a car late at night for some reason, I don't know. So she came to see me, I don't know, what was it, after work or on her way somewhere. I was in Belgium visiting. She came to see me. I ended up in her car. She showed me her crochet and it was stiff as a board. It was so hard. And I'm like, this doesn't feel nice. She said, no, I told you, my crochet does not feel nice. And I said, look, what hook are you using? And she went, a 4 as prescribed by the yarn. I'm like, no, you don't need to stick to that. You've got to do this with a different hook. So the next evening, she was back. She was back and she said, my crochet is 20 centimeters longer than it was before, because, of course, before she'd used a 4, it was really tight stitches. This time, it's soft, it's loose, it's lovely. And I said, there you go. So now she has made so many blankets, so many of my blankets as well. I am so happy that, by making that suggestion of why don't you try a bigger hook because of your tension, I have to go down a hook size, but she's got to go up a couple of hook sizes. It's just so lovely that, she's now into crochet. She's like doing some of the cowls. She's done some of my blanket. Amazing. Just amazing. The owner of the house you're sitting in also sews and crochet. Yes, I mean, you can tell, can't you, when people do these things, because there'll be yarn. There will be yarn. So yes, at one point Anya was doing making little things with polymer clay, and making dolls' houses, and I did that as well. She showed me some books and I bought the books and I've made loads of that stuff as well. But then, yes, I mean, obviously we all have our lives, we're all busy with things, and some things just, you do that hobby, but then for a while you don't do that anymore. But we both learned to crochet in primary school, because we were in primary school together in the same class, obviously. And she and we were taught by the same teacher. And yeah, she was always so much better though. Back then, I have told this story before, I did not like crochet. I absolutely hated it because I was not able to make a nice piece of fabric. So when I did my stitches, they were all irregular, not very nice, and it just didn't look right. When Anya did her stitches, it always looked so nice. She had lovely uniform stitches, same tension, it was so lovely. So yeah, I was taught to crochet. I learned it. That was it. It wasn't something that I was going to do again because I liked it, right? But then throughout the years, at one point, it was the fashion to have a crocheted bikini in cotton. Okay, in cotton. So I asked her to make me one, which she did. And then I did wear it a couple of times, and then I gave it to my daughter because it fitted her better, because, yeah, I mean, you know why. So Rachel has it now, and it's perfect. She made it. It looked so nice. It was Actually, it was kind of this color. No, not that bright. It was darker. It was like a real maroon color. But anyway, so and yeah, so because I thought I can't do it because it won't look nice. I'll ask Anya to do it. She'd done it really quickly, and it looked wonderful. So that was one of those things. But then now with taking up crochet after so many years and being here, and I was like, Anya, look what I'm doing, I'm crocheting. She must have been like, what is she doing? So yeah, it's sort of really nice now that it's sort of the other way around. I can help her. I try to make sure that she was able to make a successful blanket, which she's done, and she's done multiple ones of now. So yeah, we help each other any way we can, really. Yes. Yeah, that's true, Joni. If you love to do what you're doing, you want to improve, of course. And in the beginning, obviously, when I was a child and I learned to crochet, I didn't like it. But now, of course, I love it. I see the possibilities. This is it. I didn't see the possibilities when I was a younger child. I didn't see that actually with a hook, with a thread, with yarn, you can make a wearable. You can make a scarf, a wearable, a shawl. You can make a blanket. You can make an item that you can use. So many things. Today we went into town. We took the big tote bag, the big bag with the 9, however many strands, or 7 strands. It was lovely because we filled it. We came back and it was full of stuff. We bought some groceries. I bought a bucket of honey. Don't ask. But all kinds of things, and it was all in there. And of course, my crochet that I took to do while we were out. But yeah, how convenient is it that we can make these things? We can survive an apocalypse, I am sure, because we have the skill to make things out of string. Okay. We can make clothing, we can make bedding, we can make bags, so many things, so many useful things we can make. Yeah, Jan, don't. Oh. Fantastic, Kitty. Yes, if you love that, that's great to share your crochet, to make things for other people. Fantastic. Fantastic if your granddaughter is learning. Wonderful. Yes, Kelly, and then trade for food. Exactly. We have a way to survive. We have our skills, and we will survive. We're all very inventive here. So let me just check his list, because yeah, so the 12 ball, don't forget 12 balls of yarn, and you get the pattern in it for free or included. And then the pattern on its own, if you have your yarn already, or the pattern on its own, will be available on Wednesday, when we do the lookbook. Sorry, I was just making knots with sticks. Yeah, it's making knots. Crochet, I think it means to make knots in yarn, I think, or sort of with a hook, hooking the knot and making knots. Yes, making things out of string. It's witchcraft. So I was on a train yesterday, and I've had so many comments about the crochet. Oh, I love what you're doing. How can what is it called? So, you explain. Then there was a man, he said, are you knitting? No, it's crochet. Oh, I know crochet because I was taught to crochet. This was an older man. He was taught to crochet in by his grandma or something back when he was small, and he knew something about pull through, pull up, pull through. So something stuck there. And then when I was going, so this was when I was coming back. We got delayed, but then when I was going, I was also crocheting, and I was crocheting there. The train had stopped, but I was still crocheting, and I was looking outside. I was crocheting and I forgot I was crocheting. I wasn't looking at what I was doing. And there, all of a sudden, a lady said, "I'm really in awe of you crocheting without looking." And I was like, oh, I didn't realize I wasn't looking. I was too curious about what was happening outside. But I said, "Yeah, no, sorry, yeah." And she had to leave. But yeah, so many people were interested in what I was doing. I handed out so many cards. And yeah, I take them now, so I can sort of hand them out, send them to the channel. This is what I do. If you're interested, go take a look and things like that. So it was a really productive day yesterday, although I did not do that much crochet. I did crochet for a couple of hours on the train, which was always nice. But yeah, at least I had that. And while I was doing that, I was telling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people about crochet. So it was amazing. Yes. So Joni, we want to pass on the skill, and we want to say, why don't you try and learn to crochet? But yeah, they have got to want it. You've got to respect that they have got to want it. If they can't, you have planted a seed. Okay, it will be in the back of her head. It will be, if you mention it to someone, it will be there. It will grow when it's time, but not before that. That's how it goes. Oh, thank you, Julie. Yes, we have reached 233,000 subscribers. So I think we might need some balloons and some fireworks for that. Yay! Oh my goodness. Yes. Isn't that wonderful? Yes, you need some of my cards. People are always asking. Yes, I know. I always try to sort of, maybe even go onto their YouTube and type it in there so that they can go and have a look at the channel later on or something like that. So, or even in their notes. Poncho in a day. Fantastic, Kelly. Fantastic. Thank you, Patricia. Helene, I'm still working on that pattern at the moment, but it's going to be around 3 or 4 balls. Yeah, sometimes it's difficult. We're still working on that, so that's a week away. I check the pattern about sort of, in time for that to happen, which will be about next week. So that's when we know the final numbers, because what I generally do is see if one of my other moderators has made the whole thing, and then I know I know how many she has used. So that's why I don't always know exactly. And also, there's a lot of numbers for me to remember. I don't always know. I might have just done it, but it's not there. It's not there. Fantastic, Liz. Yes, no, that is great. Your 4-year-old granddaughter helps you with the patterns and adjust them to what she needs. Of course. Of course. Come on. If she doesn't want a pocket there, she's not going to want a pocket there. Simple. For instance. Yeah, Jan. Yes, of course. You can't just make it for your great nephew. Mum and dad have to have one as well, of course. Yeah, simple. That's good. He wants to, he wants to make sure they have what he has as well. He's being very nice to his parents. Yes. I mean, it's always good. Yeah, exactly. I always take my crochet as well when I go to the doctor and I have to sit in the waiting room. The one time I didn't bring it because I was pressed for time and I couldn't just grab something, there were delays. The doctor was running late. The times I bring it, no stitch gets done. Absolutely unbelievable. So typical, isn't it? The minute you're there and it says, oh, you sort of have to register, and then it comes up on the screen, waiting time is 20 minutes because the doctor is 4 more appointments before you, and you think, oh no, and then you didn't bring your crochet. Fantastic, Julia. A crochet hat with a pumpkin with vines. That's all so great. Isn't it lovely that we can just make things like that? I see people who make whole costumes for like Halloween or for school, when children come home and they say, Mum, we need a costume. And Mum crochets it. Isn't it wonderful that we can do that? Again, those are those apocalyptic skills that we have, where we can just wield our crochet hook and make things. So, oh no. Oh, Julia, I hope that sorts itself soon and that it happens and then you can start healing. Never leave home without your crochet bag. Yeah, I know. But you say you're dragging your heels when you are... Oh, she's retracted it. I'm not going to go into it then. We all, obviously, when I design something, I have to wait until the end to sew in the ends. I do advise you to do it on the way. But yeah, very often I'm undoing things as well. So, we all get it done at one point. Sew in those ends, watch something nice on Netflix or whatever. But even so, we've got to get them done. Because it would not have looked nice if I had been wearing this with the ends hanging. Oh my goodness, I still can't believe I put it on inside out. I really can't. But I'm going to get a gift. Apparently. I'm looking forward to that. Right, everyone. I think I've said everything that I needed to say. I'm going to be there on Wednesday during the premiere. So I will be there chatting with you, talking to you about the adventure I had with Anya, with filming the lookbook, and there was a surprise in the grass. What is she saying? Yes. So make sure you watch the lookbook very carefully. Do not blink. Okay, because at one point there is a surprise in the grass and I had no idea it was there. Anya didn't see it. Dirk didn't see it when he filmed it. I didn't see it until it was in the edit. So I hope you will see it as well. And yeah. I hope you will be interested to find out what it was. So I hope you have a nice week. Next week, remember, some of you are changing your clocks as well. So keep an eye out for that and make sure you check what time YouTube tells you I am on. Okay. And yeah, have a lovely week, and we will see you next week. Don't forget, special offer on the Wendy DK and the impressions. When you buy 12 balls, you will get the sweatshirt pattern for free with it, and the pattern is for sale from Wednesday onwards. So you're ready for Friday for making the Batwing reading sweatshirt. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye. Oh, he's saying shipping is not free. Did I say that? I didn't say that. Did I say that?